You again? Detectives. Is it my turn to be treated like a suspect now?
This is just a routine inquiry in the investigation, Benny. If you're truly innocent, I recommend that you cooperate fully and answer my questions seriously. Where were you when we were chasing Colleen in the Ripple wine cellar? Were you her accomplice in stealing the suitcase? If you have nothing to hide, why were you in such a hurry to pack and escape?
I had no idea you were chasing Colleen. How would I even know where I was at the time?
He's really cautious. We didn't tell anyone that we were tracking Colleen, so it makes sense he wouldn't know.
As for stealing the suitcase, wasn't that after I was knocked out? I was hit by that jittery, patchy PC as soon as I arrived. How could I have had time to steal anything?
Nikki, based on our earlier reasoning, Benny didn't have time to commit the crime. Now, maybe that's not true anymore.
As for stealing, if it weren't for Colleen and Pommy finding me, I'd be dead. You wouldn't even have the chance to suspect me here. Don't waste time on me. Go after that patchy PC!
Still trying to throw dirt on Miss Scarlet, you rotten bag!
If it weren't for Colleen, if she hadn't been chasing me around all day, I wouldn't have been in such a rush to leave. I'm sick of the endless threats, of a career that never goes smoothly. I want to go...
Still trying to throw dirt on Miss Scarlet, you rotten bag!
If she hadn't been chasing me around all day, I wouldn't have been in such a rush to leave. I'm sick of the end I arrived. How could I have had time to steal anything?
Benny, I'm afraid that what you don't know is that we've already spoken with that patchy PC you mentioned.
What? That's impossible. That thing can't even form a complete sentence. How could you possibly...
Miss Scarlet has finally regained her senses. She's not some evil PC like you tried to frame her as. In fact, it's the opposite. You're the suspect, and that's why she's been chasing you all along. According to her testimony, your alibi doesn't hold up. In truth, all that evidence was a lie you and Colleen came up with, wasn't it? If I deduced correctly, your arrival time in the abandoned district is accurate. Wendy can confirm that much, so you couldn't have faked it. But everything after that? Completely fabricated. The day you arrived, you went straight to the Ripple estate to meet up with Colleen and set your plan to steal the suitcase.
Colleen poisoned the detergent, and you stole the suitcase. She poisoned herself so she wouldn't be a suspect for the suitcase theft.
Exactly. After stealing it, you left the estate and met with Colleen in the fermentation zone. She always said she had a habit of doing her research at night. But once you left the estate grounds, Miss Scarlet spotted you again. Thanks to Colleen's help, you managed to escape. After that, the two of you chose to stage a fake attack scene to frame Miss Scarlet. That way, everyone at the estate would be on guard against her. She couldn't keep following you in the estate, and you had your unconscious all day alibi.
Now I get it. Even though Colleen and Pommy found you together the day before, the only one who claimed to have seen you unconscious there was Colleen herself.
In reality, you never went to the fermentation zone that first day. Colleen brought Pommy to find you on purpose, making her testimony seem credible.
That's quite a clever conclusion. But sorry, I'm just a failed talent scout. I don't get all the twists of this case, and I'm not interested in your detective games. I have no idea why that lunatic PC suddenly started spouting all this. The only thing I know is that she kept chasing and attacking me, and caused me a lot of trouble. If you insist on believing that maniac and refuse to believe me, well then, I've got nothing more to say. Suit yourselves.
What do we do, Nikki? He still won't confess. If he keeps insisting Miss Scarlet is lying, we can't really prove otherwise.
I would rather believe Ms. Scarlet's testimony, but with both sides telling a different story, we can't use this as evidence to convince Benny. Let's talk to Colleen again. If we can prove she gave Benny false testimony, we can completely shatter their lies.
So, now you've sent a human in this little yellow furball. I'm not in the mood to talk.
Colleen, refusing to talk won't help. Since you had the guts to steal Madame Julie's suitcase, you should have been prepared for the truth to eventually reveal itself. Since things have progressed this far, you might as well cooperate and tell us your reasoning for stealing the suitcase. You're so gentle with the birds, so why stay loyal to a cruel organization like Threadstar?
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal anything. Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy. She delayed her trip. What does that have to do with me?
Huh? How can you be acting so calm? Who even is this Colleen?
I've heard the name Julie, though. Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them.
Huh? How can you be acting so calm? Who even is this Colleen?
Little birds, steal a suitcase. No.
Got red-handed, searched, and still spouting nonsense?
Steal a suitcase. Nonsense. You chasing me so fiercely that
Those scraps were found in your possession. Still going to deny it?
Just some cloth scraps. I use them to test detergents. What? Is there a rule against bringing your own scraps to Ripple Estate?
If they were really just scraps for testing detergent, why did you keep carrying them while running away? Even when you were cornered, you still wouldn't let them go.
I'm a professional detergent bar owner. I have my reasons. I hate repeating myself. Last. So.
Colleen, refusing to talk won't help. Since you had the guts to steal Madame Julie's suitcase, you should have been prepared for the truth to eventually reveal itself. Since things have progressed this far, you might as well cooperate and tell us your reasoning for stealing the suitcase.
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal.
Those scraps were found in your possession. Still going to deny it?
Just some cloth scraps. I use them to test detergents. What? Is there a rule against bringing your own scraps to Ripple Estate?
If they were really just scraps for testing detergent, why did you keep carrying them while running away? Even when you were cornered, you still wouldn't let them go.
I'm a professional detergent bar owner. I have my reasons. Besides, you suddenly chased me. I didn't have time to think about what I was carrying. If you can't prove where these scraps came from, stop wasting my time.
Colleen, does this piece look familiar? We found it near Madame Julie's suitcase at Golden Fields, the one you didn't manage to take. If we compare this piece with the scraps we found on you, it will prove they're the same fabric. Or do you need to see a lab report before you'll admit it?
I actually left a piece behind.
Looks like you just admitted to being the suitcase thief. Now, one more question. Benny was your accomplice, wasn't he? His so-called so-called coma was just your cover. He was never attacked at all, was he?
And what does it matter if I am the suitcase thief? Give it up. I'll never tell you anything else. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here, and I'd never bother faking evidence for him.
Benny's notes say he often visits the Nightshade Lounge, the very one you own, Colleen. He even pays monthly tabs. A hands-on bar owner that goes as far as to personally test detergents, and even carries around test fabric scraps just in case. And yet you claim to never have met someone who's obviously a regular customer of theirs. What a liar.
That fool. Of all the things, how could he drop this page? Stupid. Utterly stupid.
It's over, Colleen. No denying it now. You and Benny were a team, poisoning the Dawn's First light detergent just to steal that suitcase. Why? What is this golden vision? Why kidnap so many PCs? Why target Madame Julie? Don't you think enough PCs died already? Colleen, it's not too late. Tell us the truth, and we can stop more PCs from being lost.
Fine, I do know Benny. But just like you said, it's nothing more than a bar owner and a regular. I'd never risk faking evidence for a customer. And even if he came fairly often, I never liked that man. What a pretentious fool.
What do we do, Nikki? This is the most stubborn PC I've ever seen. She's still not telling us anything.
If she refuses to talk, we have no way to keep investigating. Momo, we need to find a flaw in her collaboration with Benny. Maybe we can start from here. Could Benny's journal page reveal more clues? We need to prove that his connection with Colleen goes beyond just a bar owner and a customer.
But we only have this single page, and it's all about Benny's work. There's nothing that shows any link to Colleen.
Back then, we thought Benny's notes were on the potential talent he was scouting. Now it looks like the targets he researched were probably kidnapping victims. Come on, we can't let them get away. Think carefully. How are we going to prove that the story about being attacked and discovered was actually a planned false testimony? I've got it! Colleen, could you please describe the state you found Benny in for us? If you are both telling the truth about what happened, both of your stories should match perfectly, right?
Didn't I already explain when I brought that PC back? Oh, you know I hate repeating myself.
I don't just want the broad story, I need the details. For example, what was the weather like that day? What scent of detergent did the fermentation zone smell like? And what condition was Benny in? Come on, Colleen. Answer these few questions and I won't bother you anymore.
Fine. That early morning, actually, the very morning of the Dawn's First light chaos, I went to check the fermentation zone and saw a buttonfoot and a white glove coming from the wooden barrel house. The weather was just normal. The air carried the scent of aroma lily, which gave me a headache. As for Benny, I thought he was just a worker resting, so I didn't pay much attention. I had no idea it was him.
Then the next day, you brought Pommy with you, and he was still there. Pommy checked, and that's when you realized it was Benny, knocked out from the attack?
Correct. But you already know that, don't you? The morning after the poisoning incident, the weather was fine, and the air smelled of flight fruit. He was lying in the exact same spot, still unconscious. Just one blow to the back of the head, and he's out that long. How pathetic. Now, is that enough? Don't bother me anymore.